And the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back, just shaking our heads. But right now we're too fast to slow down just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. Just acting our age. Just acting our age. We're too loud, we're too proud, we're too high to come back down. We don't think, we don't plan, we stay as long as we can. As long as we can. We got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives. And the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back, just shaking our heads. But right now we're too fast to slow down just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. Just acting our age. Just acting our age.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Cougars going up against the Falcons. With that, let's send you to Atlanta now, where Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis are on the call.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Cougars and the Atlanta Falcons. They come up with an offset eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Let's go. Way 90.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
On third down, Bridgewater. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is the only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Stephon Anthony acclimated quite quickly to the NFL. As soon as he joined the team, he became their leading tackler.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Now they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On second down, Elliott. He's able to work 3 for about 6 down to the 18. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. And the play clock's running down. Throwing is Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Now let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll set up a throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Eluding the pressure right. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
In the red zone this time. One man in the backfield, Elliott. To throw is Bridgewater. Can't find anyone open. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Second down now after the incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Grady Jarrett with the tackle. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's our visiting side with the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Atlanta now coming out.
It has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Beckham, the lone receiver right.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's up and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. One man in the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Move. Yay.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Finding time. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Third down, 15 yards still needed. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And left side here, it's Graham. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Good. Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a 1st down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He cuts it right. And he cuts it out to the sideline. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards. The ultimate speedster showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love it.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
They come up in an offset eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go! 3-19! And here we go on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go now. Green, fine now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So 2nd and goal here from the 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Beckham, the lone receiver, right.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Brinz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Bridgewater. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Play action now. Bridgewater. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time. He's going to rifle one. And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Get ready. Wait now.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Get ready. Wait now.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You drop an 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Bridgewater now surveying the field. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now here on EA Sports as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable here from the 38. A Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover? And he lost the football. Hopping over the top.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll set up a throw. Finding time. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. DeForest Buckner bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. 2nd down sack by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And some room to roam now. And he slides to avoid the hit. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperation time. 4th down. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. 3rd and short yardage, Bridgewater. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. A good pickup there at 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now a first down following that long gain. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here now come the Falcons. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And now Chicago getting ready to... I don't know, you just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us.